this is VOND, Dr. James VOND. It's Thursday, 2026 right now at the SIS building, the Secret Intelligence Service, otherwise known as MI6 headquarters. And you can see it there in the background, that's right behind me there. That's the River Thames there, between that and myself here. If you can see that in the background, that's the SIS building. I was here last year as well, I made a video. So I've covered it before. That's where the fictional character James Bond works. He works for MI6. That's for international overseas security service. And across the bridge on the other side is MI5. They deal with national security. Anyway, let's just go down and walk down towards the Albert embankment. It's very windy today. I don't know if my sound's going to be of good quality here. I should have put my microphone above that to stop the wind. Gusts of wind are blowing. It is quite coldish weather. I'd say it's barely double digits. Feels like around 9-8 degrees Celsius, or maybe even lower. So we're walking towards the embankment. And don't forget, I'm a worldwide figure on the internet, World Wide Web. And currently UK is obviously #1 audience in terms of statistics from my Instagram account, for example. And I am actually on 5 multiple different platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X as they call it these days, TikTok and YouTube. So that's 5 platforms I'm on, social media. And also I've been on it for over 5 years now. I'm doing this virtually like volunteering, I'm not getting paid for it. Obviously there's quite a lot of spectacular buildings, even on that side you can see skyscrapers there, as well as the SIS building there. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm on social media worldwide, and obviously #1 is the UK, followed by USA and Australia and Ireland. Those are the top 4 countries at the moment. For the past 30 days, the audience statistics points to those countries, and London being the #1 city, followed by Dublin in Ireland, Sydney in Australia, and Melbourne in Australia. So that's the statistics for you in terms of overseas viewers. But I haven't received a dime, not 1 penny from any of them, even though I've got international viewers. I'll be ending this video soon. I don't want to keep it too long. I'll get to the building, show you the building, and then call it a day for that particular video recording. Like I said, I have been here before last year, and by the same method, by coach Obviously, you're aware I don't have a car anymore. They failed the annual MOT back in May 2025, and I had to sadly sell it for scrap. I couldn't get it fixed. I couldn't afford to get it fixed. There's a fault with the power steering and also the offside suspension. It would have cost me a couple of £100, and I just didn't have the money there to do it. So I sold it for petty cash, and I've been without a car for since that time, since May 2025. There's still public transport. It's not the end of the world, but obviously it's nowhere near as luxurious or comfortable as your own transport. You know, your own car, your own vehicle. And I did sleep rough in my car, in that particular car. That was back for over 13 months when I was rendered homeless by Coventry County Court orders, who seized my house, my mother's council house, family council house. They actually seized her first back in 24th of November 2021 and put her in care homes and never returned her back home. And that's what jeopardised my stay there ultimately. And I was evicted as well shortly. On the 26th of April 2023, the house was seized on behalf of Citizen Housing Group based in Birmingham with Coventry County Court orders. I had nowhere else to go, no place of abode, and I slept rough in my car. The Peugeot 207 SW estate that I had acquired just in the nick of time. Anyway, that's the sad thing. And sadly, my mother passed away last year as well. Before my car MOT failure, my mother died last year as well. That's another very big bad news there. She died at a care home where she's been held captive at the age of only 81 on 4th of January 2025. I actually got discovered by the Jesus Centre homeless outreach workers on around May 2024. I spent a couple of nights in a Salvation Army hostel, and then I was provided with supported housing for the homeless, and that's where I've been ever since. Supported housing. It's not my own place, obviously. I'm still bidding for my own place. Actually, it's Coventry Home Finder's fault that I didn't actually get a place of abode, even though I was a priority. I was on band 2 at the time when I was rendered homeless. They failed miserably. They never got me accommodation then. Even now, I'm bidding on that same system. Country Home Finder is a real letdown. I've got to mention that. That's why my stay in the car was so lengthy. If they had provided me with accommodation, alternative accommodation, suitable accommodation I could go to, that would have resolved my problems of having to sleep in a car, roughly speaking. Anyway, that's history now. So I did get supported housing, but not my own place, not a council house or a council bungalow, bedsit, anything like that. A flat, even, nothing like that. Even to this day, I'm bidding on that system. I was offered accommodation in the Wood End area of Coventry. I didn't really fancy that. It's too isolated, especially the fact that I don't have a car anymore. So I turned it down. Obviously, I don't want to make a mistake in my bidding because I waited so long. And I only got my offers this year, by the way. I've been on the Country Home Finder system, and it's only this year I got a place offered to me. And I've been on the system a long time, a decade or so even, probably. And although I've been on the system for that length of time, I was actually on the system before I even became homeless. But it obviously didn't even kick into effect, even with my raised band priority to level 2, the second highest, because I was rendered homeless by the Coventry County Court orders, evicting me and seizing my house. So I've lost a car in this particular government's administration because of the failure of the MOT. And in the previous administration, the previous government, I lost my council house. It seized my house, you know. That's how bad it was. So I'm walking on the Albert Embankment right now. And that's the building there, the SIS building. Can you see that right behind me? That's the entrance side probably. MI6, that's what they call it. Interestingly, even these actors, they don't necessarily live in the UK with all that money they make from filmmaking. Roger Moore, for instance, he lived in Switzerland and died there as well, in a place near Crans, Montana. Yet that's where they had the hotel fires. You know, Crans, Montana, that was in the news recently. That's where Roger Moore lived, not far from that. He had his own residence there. He also used to have a property in Gstaad, which is a bit north from Crans, Montana, in Switzerland. But he used to commute to Monaco. He had a residence there in Monaco as well, and he's actually buried there in Monaco. That's Roger Moore for you, buried in Monaco. One of the wealthiest cities or places, countries, if you want to call it, if it's a country, it is actually an independent country in the world, Monaco. And even Sean Connery, he obviously had a lot of property in Spain, in Marbella, if you can recall, as well as his Scottish home as well. I think Roger Moore also lived in the Cotswold area of UK as well, near Oxfordshire, the Cotswolds. That's quite popular for celebrities. He had a house there as well, which was put up for sale, obviously. But he lived mostly in Crans, Montana, and he commuted to Monaco, and he lived there as well. And there are some famous celebrities, even in London, I could mention. For instance, Joe Lipper, the famous singer, Albanian Kosovan background, born in London, singer, and she's quite popular. Around 35 million US dollars celebrity net worth quoted, but she lives in a property in West Hampstead, kind of North London, West Hampstead. And also Kate Moss, the supermodel, UK supermodel, she used to live in Primrose Hill, part of London, but she sold that property. I think she's in the Cotswold as well, with the property up there in the Cotswold. Oxfordshire, I think that'll be. Cotswold. Okay, I'm going to end this video now, it's getting a bit long. Dr. James VOND, on Thursday, 12th of March, 2026, walking along the Albert Embankment in London.